Всем привет, дорогие друзья, и мы продолжаем проходить игрушку под названием NOIRE. Я продолжаю. В общем, продолжаем в этой серии раскрывать дела. Называется у нас дело «Убийство секретарши». В общем, мы посмотрели предыдущую серию заставку к этому делу. Ну и сейчас мы отправляемся, естественно, в ломбард. Да, нам надо сначала в ломбард, там сказал шеф съездить. Ну и в принципе, поехали. Я, наверное, сяду все-таки в машину. Отправляемся.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundskeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sake.
And he always maintained he was set up.
Так, в принципе, мы приехали. Ломбард.
How can I help you boys?
I'm stuck.
All right, we're rolling.
Ideas? Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. You feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip.
Здесь.
Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
Ну, хорошо.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build, dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Ну, я так полагаю, все, да? Ну, это по предыдущему делу, по-моему, я так полагаю. Ладно, поехали уже в железнодорожную станцию. Да... Чё тянуть, как говорится. Там опять убили девушку, опять убил маньяк. Я думал, поезд собьет ее, но, блин, не поезд.
We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Herb is having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned the rings.
How do you figure that?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. The Dahlia letters are genuine, and the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Mullen.
And how do we prove that? No. Skipper ain't gonna like this one.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own abandonment.
Any central units, 459 suspects to be taken
Ай,
into custody
капец.
on Lucas
Поехали.
Stand by for further.
Поехали, поехали. Так, ну, в принципе, я думаю, что я... Блин. Чуть-чуть прямо. Так, ну и где? Далеко, конечно, от одной точки к другой ехать. Да, жалко, что не близко сделано это все. Рано свернула. Давайте здесь срежем. Ну блин, ну что так долго далеко там, ёлк, капец. Нафиг так делать, я не понимаю. Блин.
This is car 11 King. Go ahead with further.
11 King, 2459 suspects cited in the vicinity of the trolley station.
You should have iced those folks.
Гуще, чем
You leave no
вода.
witnesses, you stay out of the
I'm not
post.
riding all the way to Santa Ana and then on to Cincinnati with you pissing in my
But
ear.
I'm tired of always being on the lam.
I don't have a choice. A stick-up charge is still a stick-up charge, and I ain't going back inside.
You're both coming with me. Don't do anything stupid.
Ой, опять. Ай, блин! Нет, черт возьми, я не туда. Я думал, они... Ой, надо быстрее ехать.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
Да блин! Как неудобно, капец. Да, много мы уже ущерба. Но блестяще уже точно не пройдем дело, потому что очень много урона.
I'm trying to shoot out his time. Wish me luck.
Все, да, тоже не справляем. Стоять!
Show me your hands.
Они хорошо еще не убежали.
Car 11K calling KGPL. Code 4 at the Lucas Avenue trolley station. The 459 suspects are in custody.
Roger, 11K. All units, code 4 on the 459 suspects at the Lucas Avenue trolley station.
Ладно, поехали.
You can drive.
Это просто так, чтобы опять же немного щёлка. Ой, ладно. А вообще вот этот ранг что-нибудь дает вообще? Какую-то пользу? Ну, я так полагаю, только интуицию. А так что-нибудь. Ладно, давайте уже наделаем все. По одной мы будем раскрывать тоже серии. Потому что реально, ну это надо, во-первых, и так начинаются уже очень длинные дела, поэтому я...
We should keep this development with the ring.
А, он все делает за нас. Я думаю, я ведь...
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs.
опять на голое.
Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them. Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
Ну хорошо, давайте разбираться опять же.
Good morning, ladies.
Доктор.
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
Hey, can you give me a hand? I got a hard case I need to break.
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Ой, опять кольцо пропало.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
The autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Да, кстати, она была
Can you
пьяна.
be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Москву время смерти, да, ну, ладно.
If you want a full report, you have to let me work.
Так, давайте осмотрим сумочку. Она что, вообще без всего шла, откуда мне сумочку делать?
We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's going to be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Someone was trying to get her to come home.
I got this gadget whiz guy putting recording devices in the place for...
Давай.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
Ну, к бармену обязательно заедем.
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
People are inquisitive.
What do you think?
We'll keep them back.
The city keeps tossing us dead bodies. We're just running to catch up.
Good morning, ladies.
Да. Что я хотел-то? Так, ну что, давайте тогда позвоним. Улик-то здесь тоже не сказать, что много.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor. Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thanks, ma'am.
Так, погоди, а у нас больше здесь-то вообще ничего нету. Там мусор. О, мужик сидит.
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide. John Ferdinand Jameson. We need you to answer some questions, John. If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand? Are you sure you won't be upset? Try me, Ferdinand. I was kissing her.
Ах ты. Ах ты.
It's not against the law. Against it.
Вот это признание.
Pockets, Ferdinand.
Вот это реально признание было. Вообще капец.
Classic Carmine.
Но это не поможет.
Is this yours, Ferdinand? No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop. Don't hit him.
You went through her purse? It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
Ну, блин, правду говорит. Не хочу ему верить, ну давай, истина.
Did you take any money? Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick in her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Ага, а вот здесь уже укнуть. В принципе, по диалогу-то я думаю, это правда, а вот... Ну, смотри, ну, сомнения.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
Ой, да хватит его бить-то.
You get this sack of shit into a cell, I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
Так, в принципе, все, я так полагаю. Нам надо ехать в следующем медаке. В бар съездим.
Can you drive to this one?
Пусть он нас везет, потому что время у нас обрез. Эй! Расти, блин! Ты чё там делаешь-то?
We can talk about it later, Phelps.
Ну как бы всё. Пошли, Расти, блин.
What do you say we try the liquor store next? I could get a short dog for the car.
Он не хочет отсюда идти просто. Он не хочет отсюда уходить.
You're behind the wheel.
Во, бежит, блин. Наконец-то. Хватит там курить-то, блин, детектив. Вот реально, вот этот напарник самый худший, наверное, напарник пока что за всю игру был. Ни хрена не делает, только бьет своими кулаками. И все, блин. Ну, блин, это, конечно, круто, то, что типа с ним как бы полегче, но он нифига никого не допрашивает, ничего. Почему я все должен это делать? Ну, хотя, да, если напарники допрашивали, то зачем вообще надо было бы играть?
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning...
Просто если я облажаюсь, то все, капец.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers, what is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Did you see Evelyn last night?
No. I was at home, writing.
Ну черт, ну не лжет, ну давайте сомнения.
Do you want to get dragged
Я
into this,
думал,
McCaffrey? Do
истинно
you want
нажать,
us to
у
get
меня такая,
interested in
блин,
She hung out with this powder
глазам не
puff,
виляет
James
ничего.
Tiernan. They haunted the public library together.
How well do you know James Tiernan?
I know he works some kind of plebeian job at Rawlings Bowling Alley.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
Тоже сомнение.
You want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
Ну окей. Так, а может что-нибудь еще здесь кого-то еще запросить?
You a friend of Evelyn Summers?
Who's asking?
Very cute. You know who's asking.
I know my rights.
You don't have any. Answer the question.
Evelyn mooches for drinks. I don't have any time for that.
Was that so hard?
Keep writing me, copper.
Ладно. А погоди, а может здесь газета есть какая-нибудь? Бар. О, газета. Нет, ее не берет. Да, здесь нет газет. Ну, блин, ну, печально. Ладно, поехали дальше. Поехали дальше. Куда мы поедем, это интересно. Дайте винный магазин. Мы здесь так все сделали. Почему здесь меня не до конца. С тобой мы поговорили. Давайте я поеду.
Read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah. Yeah, I read about that.
These people are starving. They can't do that.
Want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? Guess that's okay then.
Опа.
Armies can't fight without food. You spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are...
Во, как прям на грани. Прям на грани, видели, чуть-чуть поцарапал машину.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
That's a pretty girl dressed in that nurse's aide uniform.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. You know, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
И чё? А, он что, здесь жила, что ли? О, записка. Возьми. Что я должен в итоге? Ну вот кеглю, блин. А, серьезно? Ты кеглю же?
Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time. I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed. When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
She wasn't always such a loner.
Угу.
Evelyn was reading Aristotle.
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
Блин, неужели ты будешь каждую страницу читать? окей.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Я же вон ты всю книгу будешь читать. Так, ну, в принципе, все мы здесь. Это я тоже посмотрел. Ну ладно, хорошо. Эй! А где это-то? Подожди. А, вот ты здесь. Ты куда убежал-то, ёпки? Она сейчас туда просто, что с тобой?
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit to pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Блин, вот это... Ой, это лицо, это капец. У него глаза такие, хрен увидишь. Ну, хорошо, истина.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it. But she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
Ладно, истина. Не
I
знаю.
got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough lately.
It became difficult for me
Так
to have to
тяжело у
stop.
нее на самом деле, капец.
Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
Ну, я вижу глаз. Давайте сомнений попробуем.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Как долго, реально? Мы поймаем его, не волнуйтесь. Господи. Гуф уже. Так, выйдешь, у меня опять же ничего нет. Газеты, может, я пропускаю. Ребят, тоже как бы... Ладно, никого у тебя здесь нету, странно. Я не знаю, давайте в бар опять съездим. Надо, может, арестовать этого. Потому что он там висит-то?
You know the way. You can drive.
Пусть везет он. Так, нет, давайте я повезу, сейчас вызов был. Надо взять трубочку.
Car 11 King, KGPL.
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly, return to Central, code 2.
11 King, en route. Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
Ай, блин, я опять не делаю.
Any Century unit, a possible 415.
Вот это, да.
Street Plaza, unit to handle code 3, identify.
survive this, it's gonna be a miracle.
Сейчас. Вот это выполним задание и сразу закрыть. Мне кажется, бар надо опять съездить, потому что что-то очень смотрят, и нам, наверное, будет арестовать. Легко.
11K, go ahead.
Все, я приехал.
You're crazy.
I'm crazy, it's your fault. Running around behind my back. How am I supposed to trust you, goddammit?
Whoa, sir. I think you ought to calm down.
Mind your own goddamn business. Why is everybody always on my case?
Ой, капец! Капец! Убил!
Officer down! Watch it! Give it up, old man!
It's a bastard!
На, сдохни. Это все, что ли, такое легкое дело? Ну, это, конечно, да, блин, там патрульный. Надо было с пистолетом идти сразу. Ты что, испугался, что ли, подумаешь?
Car 11K. Code 4 at Olvera Street, but I'll need an ambulance. Shots fired. Suspect is down.
Roger on your ambulance, 11K. All units be advised, code 4 at the Olvera Street Plaza.
Как помощь не требуется? Мне вот интересно.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Давай нас баржите быстрее, мы сейчас должны, я так понимаю, приветствовать. Я вообще хочу в центральный участок в конце, потому что смысл сейчас нам ехать допрашивать. А, в центральное все-таки отделение. Блин, то я... У меня же другая была точка.
Captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
Опять.
I'm gonna get good
Ну,
and
пойдемте.
on Friday.
I'm praying that those prints come through so I can nail that son of a...
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick. But she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And to follow up on Evelyn Summers, I want daily reports.
Got our orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
Сейчас узнаем.
I'm telling you, it'll never stick, and you'll get roasted.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
It is
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thank you.
Ну окей, мы сейчас... Я не понимаю, нам надо сейчас к МакЭфри ехать. И куда? У нас точек сколько мод. Погоди, бар-то убрался? Бар убрался. Так, нам остается только так... Давайте в боулинг съездим сначала, потом к МакЭфри в конце самого.
You know the way.
Вези, знаю дорогу. Давай,
Hello, Rusty. Two on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
This is business, Florence. You got a guy works here by the name of Tiernan?
Sure we do. He's a pin setter. Clears the jams, works the gutters. Go right in. He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back. He's a nice boy.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
Вот он.
Where's that goddamn waitress? Tiernan! LAPD!
Убежал, падла.
There.
А как тебе даже... Я вот всегда, знаете, удивляюсь, друзья, у них... Как они могут, если у них даже нет там, ключей, как они машину едут, открывают как-то спокойно, без слова.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel fear.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer. Another runner. At least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means. Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
Блин, сломай, стрельни ты ему вперед.
Clean this asshole off the road.
This isn't a killer because he's getting for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble. That is the end of that. It's about fucking time.
Давай, давай, выходи, Фелпс. Блин.
Hands behind your head.
Ну, так, ну хорошо, узнали. Мы еще будем допрашивать, наверное, 100 пудов. Так, теперь нам надо еще к МакЭфри съездить.
Can you drive to this one?
Так. Погоди, мы не узнали, где он живет-то. Пойдемте искать его. Я что-то забыл там адрес, вы сказали, блин. Ну, где-то здесь. Вот здесь, наверное, да?
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
Terrible shame. Means there's nobody to let you in. Want to do the honors, Phelps?
Так, вот нашли. Да не книгу.
Optimistic, Cole.
Не. Вот это письмо надо. Вот как раз отрывок.
Torn from the letter we found beside the body. At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene.
О, кровяк, ребятки. Давай, отлично.
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you going to give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation, at least.
Talk to Grosvenor. I've got housework to do.
Так, значит, он наверх она сказала.
Isn't he a cop who won the medal and is solving all the
Блин,
cases?
чувак, ёп, что сделаешь? Ну офигенно, конечно, здесь так сделано. Ну чё, все? Так это.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Running on a hangover, McCaffrey.
Он хотел нам запулить.
I'll go get our wheels. You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
Стоять! Блин. Ну капец, давай быстрее, быстрее, быстрее. Меня сюда выносливость поражала. Давай, давай.
McCaffrey, you're under arrest on suspicion of murdering
Пораньше
Evelyn
так сделать
Summers.
нельзя было, да? Ну чё, все, второго.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's got to be the captain. Unless Tiernan set him up. Don't think that asshole Jameson did, do you?
Не, слышь, давай ты.
How do you know that McCaffrey
Sure,
is the dog?
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them. Don't fail me, young Phelps.
Да, блин, опять серьезное дело, блин.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Хорошо, давайте ложь нажмем уже.
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
Блин, а что я ему предъявить-то могу? Опять тяжело все.
Is standing around saying nothing, is this some kind of mental torture?
Давайте попробуем.
Off the hook for now.
Давайте интуицию попробуем использовать. Ну ложь, вот именно. Ну блин, я не знаю, что ему предъявить.
How come this is so hard to believe? A man and a woman getting along,
только
liking
зря
each other
интуицию
just as friends.
просрал, да?
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it.
She wanted something of his.
We either hang this on you or McCaffrey. You better give us something.
Well, McCaffrey's been in trouble with the law before. I mean, he always makes out it was some kind of labor dispute, but, you know, I'm not so sure.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
Where's the phone?
You're lying, Tiernan. You'd been fighting with her. You fought, and...
I'm not lying! She got up and left, that was it!
Блин.
Do you need to sign some papers or something? You really think I'm gonna squeal?
У меня, судя по всему, мало доказательств, я так полагаю.
What the hell is the LAPD up to these days? Can you bring me the file?
She left, but she came back. She bought you a quart of whiskey to make it up to you. She told the liquor store owner. You're in deep trouble, buddy.
She said she loved me. She wanted to care for me. But she would never stop talking about McCaffrey. McCaffrey was a writer, McCaffrey was a hero, McCaffrey cared for the little guy.
Did you kill her, Tiernan?
I might as well have. I kicked her out. She had nowhere to go.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
We use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Блин. Ну это, наверное, уже сомнение. Ладно. Давай.
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. A big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key. present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
Не знаю, один вопрос я, конечно, опять просрал, но я просто не знаю, что там нужно было еще сказать.
You ready to answer some questions? You think I have all the answers? People who run from the police usually have something to hide. Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us. You told us you barely knew Evelyn Summers. She hung around sometimes. I had very little to do with her. You'll have to do better than that, Grosvenor. We know about you and Evelyn. Evelyn was a lush, and a boring one at that. You can't link her to me.
Подожди, у нас же это есть. Книга, там же было написано его имя. Не знаю, стоит, не стоит. Ну давай.
We know that you thought enough of her to loan out your copy of the Metaphysics. I what? I did no such thing. That bitch stole that book from my apartment. The impudent fucking moron. And that made you angry? Angry? I was livid. Looking up at me with that stupid face of hers, begging me to forgive her. Aha. Very good. That's one to you, detective. Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you? I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
Это ложь, наверное.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You were out at the rail yard.
And what do you have that proves I was there?
Во, наверное, вот это. Разорванное письмо, адресованное найденной жертве. Вот, найденную жертву там было. Ну, давай с Богом.
How about half of Augusta Summers' last correspondence with her daughter?
What are you talking about? After you were done beating Evelyn, you searched her and found her mother's letter. That old lady's anguish amused you.
I know nothing about a letter or Evelyn's goddamn mother.
So what was it doing on your writing desk?
I don't know, but if I didn't put it there, somebody else did. Try exercising your powers of deduction on that.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
Блин, ну давайте опять ложь.
I don't believe you, Grosvenor. The evidence says that you killed her.
You can prove that I wanted to kill Evelyn?
Tiernan is prepared to testify that you threatened Evelyn's life in his presence.
Self-preservation. That's understandable. Okay, I'll level with you. Tiernan killed Evelyn. He came to me for help. I listened to him, and he explained why he did it.
Tiernan went to you for help. You expect me to buy that?
That's how it went down. I told him he made a terrible mistake, but he would be throwing his life away if he went to the cops. I took his things and told him I would dispose of them.
But you didn't.
Speak to Tiernan. He'll give it up.
Погоди, ну давай сходим.
You or Tiernan, Grosvenor.
Make it stick, detective. The party has good lawyers.
Хорошо, давайте сейчас Тирну сходим.
You spoken to McCaffrey? I can go, it's all been cleared up?
Not quite. We have one more question we need to ask, James. Then I think we will be done.
Sure. Go ahead.
So Evelyn passed out, and you walked out. What happened next?
I woke up in the morning. very hungover. I thought Evelyn would have come back.
I know you're lying, James. You went out looking for her. Tell me what really happened.
I don't know what you're talking about. How can you say I wasn't in that
Но у
hotel
нас же есть это признание, тоже от Мака, обвинение, точнее. Ну давай.
You wound up at McCaffrey's. You were still incredibly drunk. You passed out on his floor. It's time to tell me what really happened.
McCaffrey woke me up the next morning, and he showed me the lug wrench and the letter and the box, and he said I came in with him last night. He said that I killed Evelyn, and that it was all over the radio, and that he would protect me. And I don't know, detective, for the life of me, I can't remember a goddamn thing. And I was angry with her. Really angry. I could have done it. Was it me?
Подожди.
Wait here.
Мне все-таки кажется, то, что это сделал МакКафри. Потому что, ну, мне кажется, он просто его подставил. Я не знаю, ребят, кого... Ну, мне кажется, все-таки МакКафри. Давайте, наверное, поставим все-таки МакКафри, потому что, ну, он был пьян... Кто там был пьян-то, блин? Сейчас опять люди. Забыл, как его зовут-то. А, Тирнан. Тирнан был пьян, и это полагаю, то все. Ну, он просто ничего не помнит. И МакКафри мог спокойно ему сказать, типа, ты убил, а не я. И он спокойно поверит. Да, действительно, может все забыть. Давайте, наверное, МакКафри. Ну чё? Не знаю, ребята. Вот опять же, сейчас если я облажать, не того посажу. Я вот боюсь, ну, конечно, я еще не лажал, но просто, если случайно я могу посадить того, то все, как бы все провально. И плевать, сколько я их допрашиваю, все дело будет на смарку. Ладно, давай.
Governor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys, you bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse, and neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot in the prison graveyard.
Ну, слава богу, не обложились. О, как можно. Ой, сделали мы это, сделали. Наконец-то один вопрос все-таки неправильный у нас был. Жалко. О, блестяще. Есть. Блестяще. Второй раз уже, по-моему, делал блестяще. Ну, блин, ну один вопросик, блин. Ай, ну так все хорошо, в принципе, дело не скажу, что сильно сложно, здесь все логично, в основном-то. И, в принципе, круто. Ну, посмотрим, что будет дальше. Я не знаю, ребятки, опять же, того же я посадил или нет, но все-таки, как я почитал, на самом-то деле, если там сажаешь не того, вроде как там начальник орет. Нас же он похвалил, поэтому, ну, значит, все хорошо. Значит, все хорошо. Давайте следующее дело посмотрим. Я ждал, нам покажут, как он опять к певице пойдет.
We have lost most of Shaughnessy and Dunn squad. The gunny is dead, first platoon's in worse shape. That medic is either crazy or the bravest man alive.
Then we rally with the first, then try for the Nambus.
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with 2 Nambus and infilade. Mate, we can lose everyone.
Lieutenant! Get back off this fucking bridge! They'll start walking the mortars back to their own positions. We only have minutes. I'm in charge here, Sergeant.
Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
We don't have time for this, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
I company 22nd Marines, Lieutenant, and we just saved your ass by fording the river.
My orders are to reconnoiter the...
I think that point is now moot. You have 10 men left. My orders are to save what's left. Move out!
Well done, lads. You did well with the Summers case. But we have a problem. The examiner received a new letter today.
Do you mind if I take a look, Ray?
Go right ahead. They've both been rinsed in gasoline like the previous letters, so I can't lift a print.
Coroner thinks it's gonna take at least a week to get an ID.
No one else but the killer knew about this message.
У нас уже прям, я думал, серию уже закончить. Ладно, хорошо, давайте.
To suffer woes which hope thinks infinite, to forgive wrongs darker than death and night.
Последнее.
They weren't even his prints and he still confessed.
Another snippet from the Shelley poem. If the note is from the Dahlia maniac, he definitely also killed Teresa Terrell.
Mal and I agree.
But where does that leave us? If this is the Dahlia killer, and he is responsible for the Tarrelson murder, not to mention the Muller
Hang
case.
on a moment, Skipper.
Let me finish, Rusty. We have 5 birds in hand and none in the bush. The department will not survive a scandal if we have to let them all go without catching a fiend first. Your careers will be over for a start, gentlemen.
Looking in wonder.
Ah, fuck it. I knew this run was too good to be true.
I hid myself within a fountain in the public square.
You like that stuff? What is it supposed to mean?
It's supposed to... Forget what it's supposed to... What does he want it
Where are you going with this, Cole?
He's obviously taunting us. He believes he's far more intelligent than we are.
Okay, it's some kind of story, right? A guy that God hates, chains him up.
It's an allegory, Rusty.
A what? Story with 2 meanings. A symbolic meaning. But that's what he wants us to think.
Could he be using it literally? Within a fountain in a public square? Could it be that easy?
Can somebody tell me what the fuck is going on?
The fountain in Pershing Square. Come on, we have a clue. Captain, thanks, Ray.
Be careful, Phelps. This is his game you're playing now.
Ой, обязательно пойдем. Да, мы уже начали новое дело. Обязательно пойдем, но уже пойдем в следующей серии. На этом пока что спасибо всем за просмотр. Ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь на канал. И увидимся с вами в следующей серии. Всем удачи, всем пока.